Welcome to the NSIC Spotlight, the voice of the NSIC student athletes, powered by GPAC. GPAC, growing people and companies. I'm your host, Nick Corner, Assistant Commissioner at the Northern Sun. Today, we're joined by Jamie Guptill of the #1 ranked Concordia-St volleyball team. Jamie, thanks for joining us on the Spotlight.
Good to be here.
All right, let's get started by you telling us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Jamie Guptill. I am a fifth-year senior here at Concordia. I originally come from Rush City, Minnesota, which is an hour north of the Twin Cities, and I'm a middle.
All right, you mentioned Rush City, Minnesota. How did you end up coming to Concordia-St. Paul?
Well, it was a pretty normal recruiting process. In high school, I didn't really know if I wanted to play or not. But once Brady and George started recruiting me, I decided that I really wanted to play here. But it was a pretty normal process. Talked to the coaches and ended up committing. So,
Anything about Concordia-St. Paul, its campus, that stood out?
well, Rush City is a very small school, so Concordia kind of fit that criteria really, really well. Small class sizes, so I know the professors really well. And if I see them around campus at all, I would like they know me on a first name basis. So it's like a family here.
Very nice. All right, on to volleyball. The Golden Bears national finalist a year ago. You come up firing, going 4-0 in week one over in Marquette, Michigan. Last week, you traveled to Denver for the Colorado Premier Challenge. Familiar place for the Golden Bears. Tell us about that atmosphere and what it's like to play in that elite tournament.
Yeah, Colorado is just such an intense environment. We have so many good teams out there. So it's just a really, really intense, elite experience. But yeah, we all know when we go out there that we need to play our best to compete with all the great teams that Colorado brings in. So yeah, we just know that we have to be on our A game out there.
Yeah, day one, you go 2-0, setting up a rematch with the defending national champions of West Texas A&M. Golden Bears come away with a 5-set victory. What was everyone feeling after picking up that huge early season win?
Yeah, we were definitely excited because it's kind of a rematch of the national championship. But it's still pretty early, so we can't really bank on anything that happened or is happening right now. We just need to move forward and continue to grind every day.
Move forward you did to the championship match because the work wasn't done. You faced a conference foe in #3 ranked Wayne State in the Colorado Premier Championship. You take the first two sets, but the Wildcats push back and get to a fifth set. Like earlier in the day, the Golden Bears responded with a 3-2 win, winning the fifth set 15-7 in both matches. What adjustments were made in those fifth sets to get you guys back and get the win?
Well, I think we just kind of scrapped harder for balls in the fifth set because we knew what they were going to go to, which was their middles, which are who are really great people and really great players. So we just tried to defend them and their outsides as well as we could because they do send us really great balls. But we just stayed on our toes and really grinded throughout that fifth set.
Keegan Starkey was named the AVCA National Player of the Week after being named the tournament MVP out there in Colorado. Tell us about Tegan and what it's like to play with her.
Tegan is just so awesome. I have so much trust in her, as do all of our hitters. We know she's going to give us great balls every time. And she really pushes our passers to be aggressive with the ball because she can pick out of the net so well. But we all have just so much trust in her because she's so great. So.
Tell us about some of those other teammates on the Golden Bear squad.
Yeah, we have honestly such great players. We are so deep with our like bench and in the front row we have Emma Schmidt and Katie Matson and Jasmine Milvihill, who are really great offensive and defensive players. But in the back row we have Ellie Sealing, who transitioned from an outside to a libero. And she's doing a really great job there, really scrappy. And just all of our players are just really well-rounded athletes who are just scrap for everything. So just really great people on our team.
You mentioned you're a fifth-year senior. How has your role on the team changed over the process of your career?
Yeah, so coming in, I knew I was right up there with the other middles. But we had such great experience and talent in the middle position. So I was basically a bench player, and that's fine. Just accepting your role and, doing your thing. But I knew coming into my 5th year that I wanted to change that for sure, because, Kennedy Brady did leave last year or this year. So there was a hole to fill. So I just decided to grind, or not just decided, but needed to grind to finish this out.
All right, Tuesday night, you got your home opener in a non-conference match with number 6 St. Cloud State. You swept the Huskies 3-0 to improve 9-0 on the season. How will these difficult non-conference schedule matches help you come NSIC and in the postseason?
Yeah, so playing St. Cloud, not in the regular season, really just gives us another opportunity to see what they have and their talent, especially with Kenzie Foley and their middles. They're so great. But it just gives us more ideas of what we are needing, or not needing, but are expecting throughout the season. Just such great talent and the grind that we need to have throughout this regular season.
And a grind it is, because speaking of conference play, you head to Wayne America on Friday for your second match with the Wildcats this season, second time in a week. As we start conference play, how do you prepare for a matchup playing the same team for the second time in 1 week?
We honestly don't know what to expect because they can come out firing, they can come out, with so much energy. So we just have to match what they bring us or even exceed that. But we know that they're going to come out firing for sure, because now it's regular season and they're on their home court. So we need to come out with all the energy and just be prepared to battle.
All right, still a ton of volleyball play this season, but what are your plans post CSP and post volleyball?
After Concordia, I think I will be pursuing a career in massage therapy and then eventually chiropractic. So more schooling. I'm not done yet.
All right, final question for you. What advice would you give to a young player to help in their development?
Well, when I was younger, I always looked up to people who felt confident in what they were talking about. So when we went to camps and, I had lessons with people, I would always bank on them if they felt confident in what they were telling me. So if I was a young athlete, I would just listen to my coaches and my peers and really grasp on to what they are telling me and just try to grow and be open to anything change wise, just to develop good mechanics and just a well-rounded game.
All right, some solid advice right there from Jamie Guptill. That's going to wrap up this week's show. Thanks again to our sponsor, GPAC. Jamie, best of luck to you and the Golden Bears this season.
Thank you.